Good evening, everyone. It's a little late tonight, but I was kind of hoping that the music next door would stop because somebody said that it was maybe a birthday party that maybe was going to end early. Well, it's a wedding, so it's not going to end anytime soon. But the other day when we were outside with the coconuts, I heard some really loud booms and I commented on it, but then in the final video, nothing. So maybe this music is not as loud for you as it is for me. Let's get on with the Subliminal Saturday. Okay, so when I came up with the master plan for the 77-day challenge, I decided that we were going to talk about subliminal control on Saturdays because there's so much of it that's been happening over the last 100 years and it's just getting more and more intense. Gotta get some water from a jar because we're rustic around here, you know. We're not real fancy in this house, except for that fancy belly dancing belt, but you know, that's a whole other story. That's decoration. All right, so this is kind of like start from this to the Subliminal Saturdays, and I just wanted to quickly maybe give you a little reminder about discernment. Because often when we're reading a piece of news, and it doesn't have to be mainstream news, it could be news in some of our chats and Telegram groups, it could be news from a friend that you haven't seen for a while, it could be any kind of number of things. But when we receive a bit of news, we need to really make sure that we know the source, right? Where is it coming from? Who is it? Who's getting paid for it? Who's getting paid for this? Like if a friend tells you about new cryptocurrency, who's going to benefit from it? Is the friend already invested? Is it his cryptocurrency? Is it something that he created? Maybe he's just selling it to you. Or is it something that he's legitimately recommending to you? Is this even a friend, or is it someone you're just chatting online who's recommending crypto because that's part of their job? You know, there's so many different considerations, and crypto is not just the only thing. I mean, we're talking about mainstream news, and okay. Research, they're telling the truth, whatever, all that theory, all you have to do is look at one of those. They're all saying the same thing. News being controlled, whatever, the little videos where they show you like video clips from all these different states or all these different countries, where basically the newscasters are saying exactly the same line by line thing, you know. And it's about trivial pieces of news, but yet everybody all over the place is saying the same sentences in exactly the same way. That's interesting. Who wants you to hear those sentences? Who would benefit from you hearing those sentences? And what do they have to gain? What do they have to gain? You know, like for example, you're standing in a grocery counter or the grocery store, you're standing in a lineup, you're waiting for your turn, there's a magazine and it says, do you know women between 49 or 40 and 50, whatever, need to be this kind of size in order to be healthy, da 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 da. Who's saying that? What are they saying? Why are they saying this? Is this a legitimate information, or is there some kind of a trick, right? Are they really telling you to eat fruits and vegetables and maybe, you know, cook foods in water because they're more nutritional than, you know, roasting or baking or whatever? Or are they selling you some kind of a nasty supplement that's going to make you sick? Right? And then reading the article, like even in this magazine, some of the articles are sponsored. And even if they're not sponsored, the magazine is owned by somebody. And that somebody has preferences, and you know, there's no such thing as independent news. There's no such thing as independent information. Everything has an agenda. The point is whether you're going to buy into that agenda or not. Personally, for example, and lots of people call me stupid for this, lots of people, I don't hide myself on Google. I don't protect my phone. I allow those advertisements that are for me to come through to me. Mostly because I think it's a failed battle. We've already lost, and there's nothing we can do about this. Even if we try, you know, some of the people that try tell me stories about how, you know, they leave their phone at home, they go to a friend's house, they talk about a certain product, and the next day on Facebook, boom, there it is, that product they talked about, and they never even did it in the vicinity of their phone. So that ship had sailed. But I like my favorite stores sending me advertisements. I like my favorite stores telling me that they have a 50% off deal that's only lasting for 2 weeks or whatever. I don't mind that. I don't mind having advertisement cater to me if the price that I'm paying for it has already been paid. I've already paid it. But at the same time, advertisement, like basically everything is an advertisement. All the news, all the magazine articles, everything is some kind of an advertisement for something, for somebody. They have something to gain, right? But you have to look out for yourself. You have to be your own best advocate and not fall into line with whatever next propaganda is happening, whether it's from a friend's mouth, from the news, from wherever. It's propaganda. Have your own mind. How do you have your own mind? You know, there's the education, liberal arts education, and 300 years ago, that's what it would teach you. It would teach you to have your own mind, how to have your own mind, how to, you know, master the trivium and the quadrivium and understand logically why you're thinking what you're thinking. Why this decision, not that decision. Why this thing, not that thing, right? But until then, until you figure all that thing, read up about those things, try to figure out how to stand on your own 2 feet within yourself. Just remember, who is getting paid for it? It's the only question, the real question, who's gonna gain? And you know, if somebody's really giving you beneficial information and they're doing it out of the goodness of their own heart for your own benefit, that's awesome, that's great. But if somebody is telling you something in order for you to buy something, to pay for something, in order for something that is, well, you know what, that may not even be a bad thing. What if they're telling you to buy something that's useful and beneficial to you, right? What my favorite stores, you know, oh, I'm running out of pants, they're all wearing down, there's some holes, I need more pants, oh, my favorite pants are on sale, that's great. That's beneficial to everybody, right? But sometimes it's not. Sometimes the benefit, you know, is dependency, a long-term dependency on something or other. Is that a benefit to you or to the other party? That's up to you to figure out. You are your master. You are your own mother and father, or wait, this is my father, right side, this is my mother, the left side, my inner masculine, my inner feminine. You are your own parents, and you're bringing yourself whatever results you want, whatever rules you want, you're bringing into your home, your own home, this body. So make sure you're using discernment, and make sure you understand that you're the only one that really has your own benefit at heart. Number one for you is you. Everybody else is just tooting their own horns, wanting their own benefit. Even if they have good advice, make sure you use discernment. Good night.